Oh man, what is going on? We have finally landed on episode 50. Tyler,
That's right.
I can't believe
5-0.
it has been a crazy trip. And man, thank you guys for joining in. Hey, halfway there, Heath. We're gonna have you
That's
on.
right.
I can't wait. But thank you guys and everybody for joining in. I'm your host, Adam Ross, and we got my virtual left partner in crime, Tyler Slane, with the max in front of him.
That's right. Happy 50th.
Oh man, it's amazing that we made it. For those that have been with us since the beginning, you'll remember the seance and all the shenanigans we got into our first episode, but definitely a good time.
I mean, look at all the awesome guests we had. I mean, Mark San Maria, John Schultz. I mean, so many really notable guys in the industry, joined us, throughout just the growth of the show. I mean, even those were in some early episodes when we had some of those big names come on, and it was, a great honor that they took an hour out of their evening to come out and hang with us. So we had, so many other guests too. I mean, it's really, gosh, we probably had 20 some different guests throughout this, these 50 episodes. So appreciate everybody who did. And, it's all because of the guys and gals on the chat here and watching the show as you're helping us grow and you're egging us on to do more stuff. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, not only egging us on, but man, new products and everything, man. It's awesome. And believe it or not, the giveaway that Tyler has in front of him has very special meaning, and definitely gonna have to get you guys to head on over to CowRC.com and pick up some tickets, man. They're definitely gonna be a hot commodity. All you need is just one for your chance to win the charity build and all the CowRC goodies to go along with it. And I'm blown away at how clean he already has it right now sitting in front of him. But
it's halfway there. Yeah, I mean, and like we've talked about before, for the Operation 11 Charlie charity, 100% of the proceeds all goes to Operation 11 Charlie. So the cost of the truck, all the goodies we're putting into it, CowRC is donating all of that, and all we ask from you is to buy one ticket. It's $1 per ticket. Yep. You do to get grouping discounts, $20 for 25, and I think it's 150 tickets for $100. So take advantage of those. You might get lucky, and it only takes one ticket to win. So help us out with that. We're really rounding the corner to get this charity given away. So we look at February, which is here in a week. So we have this episode, one more episode, and then that next episode is going to be the charity build giveaway. I don't remember what date that is, but we're talking, mid-February here. So not too much longer. So don't delay.
It is like full speed ahead. And some of the cool stuff that Tyler's going to be doing to this is epic, man. And it's going to be like, obviously some tasteful updates for everybody. That's right. And the cool thing is you're going to be getting all the stock stuff. And don't forget the body. We're getting another body for you guys. So you're going to have that all dialed in.
I mean,
Freaky Skins, right?
That's right. Freaky Skins is in the midst of designing a one-off skin with a new body for this. So, I went to the trouble of getting this all nice and clean for its future owner. And it's probably just going to be a trophy piece, right? Because the new body is going to be amazing. It's going to be the skins are going to be amazing because nobody else is going to have a Max like it. And frankly, the chassis and some of the goodies on this guy here are going to be different too. So we're going to have some more color to pop, maybe some other things on here. I'm not going to give it away, but in 2 weeks I will. So make sure here in the next 2 weeks, in the next episode number 51. Come join me because we'll have all the new goodies installed on this guy and show it off one last time before it gets put away to the next owner.
Yeah, it's going to be an awesome show to give something of that magnitude away. But we also have the mouse pads, I believe, that are up for pre-sale. So let me just pull that up on the website real quick. And these ones are super easy to do. All you have to do is just go into your mats, go to the drop down, and you got your mouse pads right here. And obviously, there is a plethora of mouse pads, but these are the ones that are for pre-order right now. And if you look at the savings, quite a bit of savings. And don't forget to use your code CowTech. I know we always forget to bring that up, but you can use that combined to save you a little bit more. But definitely super cool. Here, I'm just going to bring out my favorite. I can't wait to get this in stock. I'm using mine right now, but obviously it has all the regular themes that you've come to love and appreciate, but they just look amazing. And those graphics are banging. Wow. Now, everything that fits on the traditional mouse pads will fit on the new ones. It just, they don't have the borders to interrupt any of the graphics, so you can truly show off what you have. They definitely look the part for sure.
Oh yeah, they're amazing. I can't wait. So it's you only have to wait 4 more weeks. So take advantage of that pre-order discount. Get yourself a couple, because honestly, I don't know that I could just pick one. There's got to be. I need to have them all because they just look so awesome. We saw, I think last episode, we saw a little bit of a sneak preview of a live version of it. So I'm excited to see them. If they look anything like they do on that graphic, they're going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And hey, thank you, RC for us. Yes, if you can and you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We
took the words right. Maybe RC for us needs to be a guest on another episode, because they doing our work for us. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, but definitely a lot of regulars and newbies chiming in for episode 50. Another cool thing in the news is the Jet Blaster now on pre-order. So
that's right.
It doesn't look much different, but let me tell you, the power of this thing is bonkers. So as he's showing it off, I'm going to bring up the webpage.
Yes.
And it is so super cool. Like I'm blown away, to tell you the truth.
I mean, this Jet Blaster Mini. So, and the funny thing is it looks identical to the Jet Blaster Mini you guys may already have or think about purchasing. So the difference is this one is 30% more powerful. So you're going to get it's the same exact casing, same controls that you know and are familiar with, but with 30% more power. So basically the guts have been taken out and stronger equipment has been put in.
Well, I don't think he can leave anything alone. And when he found out he could actually have the exact same size housing with just crazy internals, so he went from 110 to 130 just in the RPM range alone. So huge increase there.
Well, the battery, 130,000.
Right.
130,000 RPMs. Yeah.
The battery, I never had any issues with it. Anybody that's ever seen me in and around my pits, I've always lent it out to people, especially on the carpet end of things. And it's from 2000 milliamps to the 2500 milliamp now. And the old motor on this one, I believe, was 10 watt, and now the new one is 13. So like you said, 30% increase, and all the graphics and skins fit exactly on the new one. So I'm definitely going to have to get my new one all graphicked up to match the scheme for sure.
Well, I mean, the awesome part is it fits. It's the same exact case, like Adam mentioned. But you feel it when you turn them on. It's hard to demonstrate on camera.
You got to feel it.
You have to feel it. And honestly, the sound, it doesn't even go by the sound. I would say even the new Jet Blaster Mini I would say it's a little quieter. But if you put them in your hand, the recoil of the new one is much stronger. You will feel it, and you'll feel it on the vacuum side too. And I'll put out some videos here coming up soon. But I did a video of it sucking up screws. and put it in the vacuum collector. So it's got a lot of power. Again, the same ergonomics, same case. The skins are going to be available for it. So take advantage of the pre-order. So really, if we're still selling the current Jet Blaster Mini, and really with the pre-order price for $8 more, you get the new and improved Jet Blaster Mini. So if you're thinking about doing it, and I would strongly suggest splurging the extra $8 right now in the pre-order sale to get that, because the Jet Blaster Mini, the one we have out there, once we sell out of those will be gone, and this new and improved one will be our only Jet Blaster Mini.
Yeah, the mainstay, right?
That's right, and all the same accessories. It'll have this, I showed off the box, so this will be how you get it, how you receive it. And hopefully I don't knock them off here, but this is how you're going to receive it. So a really nice storage, everything's got its place. So a lot better, boxing for this new version. So I think you'll enjoy that. It'll be a nice place to keep all of these secure, and so you don't lose them, because every accessory has its purpose, and it's all for a different, purpose in RC.
Yeah, I've really been gravitating towards the brush one on the newer, stronger powered one. And I definitely like how I can get into like where the axles are, especially with picking up all the carpet fibers on the on-road lately. It definitely helps get rid of everything. And when he said that you're going to notice a difference and that you won't need the reducer as much, he was right, because what I didn't realize is that having the smaller reducer on actually forces more to come out the back. So just a little tip there. If anybody hasn't tried the larger reducer, give it a shot. You might be pleasantly surprised, even with your current unit.
Well, and that's with the new unit, that little reducer isn't available because the new unit is so powerful that it restricts the airflow too much. So it actually was hurting it. So the manufacturer said, no, we don't need that little reducer, because it's honestly got so much power. It's already funneling it into the right direction. But no, it's going to be a good item to have. I mean, for anybody who has one already, it can't hurt to have a second one, because you never know, having one in your bag and then maybe having one in your vehicle. Because I use mine in my vehicle, my full size 1-to-1, just to blow things out, especially like cup holders, stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to be able to say, hey, got some stuff, some French fries, some chips, whatever, blow them out.
There you go. And you know what? Since it is episode 50, Heath was extremely nice. Very, very nice. And this one can go to anyone. I just want to throw that out there. Anybody can win this prize. And I'm going to bring it up on screen. So how can you win? CowRC 50. So obviously we're on our 50th episode. What better way to celebrate than with a $50 gift certificate?
Awesome. It doesn't get better than that. And that way, anybody, we don't have to worry about shipping costs. It could be, South Africa, Australia, whatever. It's $50. If you can get onto the CowRC web store and order something, a $50 gift code could be yours tonight. So make sure you put in that hashtag, celebrate the 50th episode, and celebrate halfway between when Heath gets to be on the 100th episode of CowTech.
Yeah. So speaking of a few episodes, man, just reminiscing a little bit going back. Obviously, we had some crazy guests. We had some awesome team drivers on the show as well. Some crazy boggles. Sometimes I was driving in the middle of wherever. I don't even know sometimes where.
You like to be on the move for our shows, don't you?
You know what? I don't now. I'm actually looking at the schedule and making sure like that everything coincides. We're coming up on our peak week meetings at work. So I'm going to make sure that I have the CowTech episode guide in front of me and all the big events that I need to hit. And who knows, we'll make sure that everything gets worked out better this time, because we owe it to you, the viewers, to make sure that we have a well-polished show, or at least as good as we can, muster anyways. But one thing that I remember the most that always makes me chuckle, and I go back and watch once in a while, is the first time we had Mark Santa Maria on, and he had his friends pretending to be chauffeurs.
Right.
And they were carrying dead bodies across the back doors and stuff like that, just totally spoofing on them.
It was like cameos.
And it was awesome. Yeah. So just little stuff like that. And then another one was when we were up north, up in the boonies, like literally had to do it at the neighbor's house to get a Wi-Fi signal. And my cousins came walking up with the out of the water and all that.
That's
with
right.
the scuba gear on and all that stuff. So
that was a nice backdrop. I enjoyed that one because it was nice because it kept getting like darker. The sun was setting behind you. I mean, such a beautiful place. You guys were vacationing at. That was really cool.
Yeah. Oh man, it was beautiful, and it's funny to see the difference in your kids when they're completely unhooked from everything, like literally out in you can't even get a signal. So it was lucky that we remember we were messing around with trying to get one bar for that show.
Yes,
so,
you were like in the one spot of that deck that had a 1 bar capability.
the only signal in like it was like 174 acres or something like that you couldn't get anything. Like it was definitely beautiful, but hard to get internet. But we'll make sure that we have everything set up and precise. And who knows, Tyler might be on vacation one time, so I'll need a co-host, and vice versa now, man.
That's right. That's right. Well, now we have Zach, as a backup, he's filling in the every other Sundays when Adam and I aren't on. And Zach is always kind of a guy to take in from the bullpen and bring on the show. So we appreciate. He's already helped us out once. So
yeah. Oh yeah. And his show is just gaining traction now. And man, I'm a huge racer, obviously. So I love seeing his content and how he can just help anybody in racing. Like, even if you're not into racing, just the content that he covers is like beneficial, even if you're out on the trail and under the gun, because all of his stuff has to be ready for the next round. It's like next man up. Like you're basically, the stopwatch is running and you got to make sure your stuff's back together. So super cool to have a lot of people on board. And I know Rick, yeah, he's only missed 2. And I know John McDonald, nice. He's been here since the beginning. Steve has been a huge one that has been helping support me and Ross Racing and Caltech for a while. I can't thank everybody enough. Like, we weren't sure how it was going to go. I know when we first discussed it, I'm like, we're just going to talk about maintaining our vehicles. Like, what? Are you sure? And he kept coming up with better and better content, and listening to your comments and listening to what you guys wanted. Like it says, man, you ask, we answer live. So if there is something that you guys want to hear or want to bring up, it is cool to hear from you guys, because you are the ones that make the show possible. You are the ones that actually elevate it to the next level. And we're just lucky enough to be the host with you guys and, have Heath on board doing all the cool giveaways. Cause like, man, episode 50 already. And here we are giving away $50. Like, unbelievable. That's right.
Well, and we're going to give away another prize. So something that maybe we talk about today, maybe you guys have an idea. That'll be our second prize today. So, whether it be maybe an aerosol, maybe a cleaner, what do you guys think? Maybe throw up some ideas. We might throw out some ideas here today too. But, and speaking of giving back, I think we should start jumping into this guy here and talk about the giveaway.
Yeah, man.
So why don't you go ahead and if you don't mind, Adam, fire up that first video. So what we're going to do here is walk through some videos of a cleaning. So if you remember last episode, I had a pile of dirt and leaves and mud everywhere, and we're just going to show you how I got it all cleaned off, and I'll just go ahead and let this video speak for itself here, and we'll kind of stop it in between.
I hear Tyler was busy this week. Oh yeah.
Yes. It's the Operational 11 Charlie Charity Build giveaway. So we are here. I'm outside now. Woo. It's actually warm. Very cold. Than it has been, but we're outside cleaning up Adam's mess. This is what he's delivered me, and I've got a turbo with the variable speed up here, and I'm going to blow off all this junk, the soil, the leaves off of my carbon series mat and the truck itself. So let's give this a shot here. Here, I'm going to go full blast. Well, Adam, why don't we go to another video here, since this one seems to be glitching a little bit. Let's go to video number 2. So we're going to get into the mini jet blaster here and see we're getting into the nooks and crannies. So really, like, you know, I took this truck, blew everything off, and actually it was something we just kind of talked out loud about on the last episode. So, you know, we talked. Actually, I think the first thing I said was I need to start using hide wipes and some of the part and chassis wash to clean off the truck. And then I think Adam's one said, "Hey, you should probably use a jet blaster and blow off all that dirt," because it was really kind of loose stuff. It wasn't really packed in there. So it was just kind of talking through that and thinking about, hey, this is what will be best. And sure enough, it worked out real well, because I think what would have happened is if I started using some cleaners, it would have packed in that dirt and made it harder to get out. Now, if it was like maybe like a red clay or a clay or an actual mud, it would have been, you know, having a chemical cleaner would have been the best, but it being loose was perfect.
So this video is upside down, which all the dirt, you should see it fall off.
Then we got the body off here, and of course we can't forget all the nooks and crannies. So you got dirt in here, you got dirt amongst the electronics, you got every crevice that could handle dirt has got dirt. So I'm going to use my buddy for all these tight little spots with the needle nose attachments. Here we go. Yeah, so I mean, the Jet Blaster Mini is, I would say, one of my favorite CowRC products at the moment, just because it's so versatile. The standard one had a lot of power. The new one is going to have 30% more power, and it just fits everywhere. It fits in the pocket of your jacket, can fit in the glove box of your truck, your backpack. You don't need to have a big backpack. It just, anything makes it fit, and it gets into these little nooks and crannies inside the chassis, underneath of it, in your shocks, and it's real easy to get and point to. The big Jet Blaster is pretty big, right? And it's got a ton of power, but it's very widespread. So, to be outside is perfect for the Jet Blaster Turbo, but to be inside, which I wish I was when I was filming that, because it was cold, super cold, and getting everything cleaned up. So I'll kind of show you, and I'll get into a little bit more today of clean inside of the chassis, but you take a look at this and there's no dirt left. Now we have some cleaning to do still, but all the loose stuff is gone. Let me see. There we go. There's some better lighting here. So it's going to have, still going to have dirt laying in there and needs to be scrubbed out, but that's what we're going to get to here in a little bit. And I'll show you some different tricks and tips and some different products that we didn't show in the videos to do that. So let's go to maybe the hide wipe. So the hide wipe video, which has been number 3, Adam, and we'll see if it gets going a little bit better. But as you can see, this body is fresh. And even the underside is awesome, right? So the purpose of getting this thing, everyone loves their bodies. People spend a ton of money getting painted, bodies. And you need to keep them looking good. So let's see if this one plays any better, and we'll keep on going.
Yeah.
So in second thought, I'm going to try this body nice and clean again. The body deserves some recognition. It's awesome looking, and it just needs some attention. So I'm going to first go at it with the CowRC hide wipes here. I'm going to use
the soft side. So we've got two sides to this guy here. We've got the harsher side and the softer side. So I'm using the softer side. And what I'm doing is kind of getting some of this loose dirt off that didn't come off with the Jet Blaster Turbo. Kind of see I'm getting all these little crannies here. Dirt's coming loose. And then I'm also going to flip it over, get the inside, because the inside needs some cleaning too. Again, using the soft side here. Get all this stuff off of here. We're not going to stop just with the hide wipes. Next step, getting some of this good stuff off of here. So next step is going to be using the USB rechargeable power sprayer and nuclear part chassis wash concentrate to get more chemicals on this body, making it look good for the winner of this awesome Operation 11 Charlie charity.
And I'll tell you,
So,
those hide wipes are one of the most, I would say, easiest to use products that CowRC sells. Absolutely. Because I mean, everyone's used whether it be like a Windex wipe, a Clorox wipe to clean a countertop. It's the same thing. But the cool thing is it's got an abrasive side and a soft side. So, like I mentioned in the video, soft side to do your body, abrasive side do like your chassis, right? And it's amazing. Like I was actually cleaning off a truck today, and it is amazing. I don't want to. It's like 20 degrees outside. I don't want to be outside and trying to mess with this. So I take it to a sink and take my container of hide wipes, and I use that to clean off my truck. And, it's not going to take off. If it's covered in mud from head to toe, it's probably not going to help you a lot in the initial. But if it's just got some dust on it, got some thin mud on it, some splatter mud, it's amazing. Bodies, chassis, I mean, you can get, anywhere your finger fits is where that'll clean. So it's a really, really handy tool. So if you want to go to video number 4 there, Adam, we start talking about the USB rechargeable sprayer. That tool is amazing. That makes things, just the power.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, just the power of it's amazing.
CowRC rechargeable USB with the move.
All right. Okay. There we go.
Part and chassis wash concentrate mixed inside here. So I've got the unit on. Yeah, we're a spray away here. So what I'm doing,
that's going to kind of more fanned out a little bit for this application, because the body, right? There's not a lot of need to be putting like direct streamline spray on it. Yeah. So that was really kind of how I set that wand up.
And I'm done here. I'm going to use a CowRC. Set it on the shelf for our next color here. So don't forget to get the inside of it.
Oh yeah. So Corey, it's funny you were saying that. So a lot of these videos,
and you don't need
it was kind of dark outside, so I was actually using my headlamp as
works wonders.
Dry with the Jet Blaster Turbo or Jet Blaster Mini.
Well, why don't we go on to number 5, Adam. So on number 5, basically that's how we're making this guy look just like this. So using the Moose-Lick silicone spray to spray down and get the body looking like really super nice. That way it's protected for the next owner in the next bashing session.
Yeah, I can't believe the difference. And for the video, I know it's super choppy, but towards the end, it was actually starting to freeze, eh?
Yes. So, yeah, you'll see like in some of these other videos coming up. But, yeah, it was – so I filmed these in 2 different days. This was the first – these ones for the body and the chassis were the first. And I think the next few are the day after, which I don't know why I decided to do it when it got colder, but I did. I think it's because I had some light. And it's like – it's like you're totally like a prisoner to the elements. It's either too dark or it's too cold, And in this case, I was starting to snow too, so it was like everything was against me. I had light at least. But
yeah. Honestly, the sprayer is one of my favorite things that he has brought to the fold, especially when you're out at like a big event, trying to get everything clean and prepped in between rounds. It just makes it so much easier. And when you have multiple vehicles, I used to been pumping like crazy. So having the USB one made it so much better. Yeah, Bruce, I love it too.
And the battery, I mean, the battery life in that thing is unbelievable. It does not die. It is. I've used it. I use it every time I clean. I mean, and I think I've maybe charged up twice ever. And I've had it for over a year.
Yeah, and it is a big football day, and I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Unfortunately, the Lions didn't make it, so I'm gonna have to say go Chiefs, I guess.
Yeah, I can root for them. It'll be a good one. It'd probably be Chiefs, and then of course the Eagles again.
Yeah, the Eagles did really well against the Washington.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even a game.
But very, very cool. So obviously somebody mentioned about the Moose Lick, and that is queued up in the next video.
Yes.
But one thing that I did want to say was if you missed it when we were first getting it ready and all the things that I did, Moose Lick was definitely one of the things that we did to ensure that this would come out as clean as possible. Pre-treating your vehicles ahead of time is so important. It just makes it that much easier to get clean and keep it maintained to the max. So if you ever get a new vehicle and you've ripped it apart, you'll see sometimes the diff have like grease here and there, and it's very spotty. We made sure we made that max moved out. Like I redid all the diffs, I redid all the bearings, all the drive shafts. We went through everything and gave it as much love as we possibly could. So definitely pretty darn cool. Oh yeah, X-Max XRT sled. Yes. Damn, all big vehicles too.
Yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead and fire up the fifth video here? We'll show a quick silicone spray application here, and this is really like the final step for your body to make it look great.
Did somebody say Supercross?
Is that you clean off your mats, just like this CowRC RC mat. So, I was spraying off the body with weekly part chassis wash, and as I did that, cleaned off. But that's not perfect because I want to show you that it didn't take a lot of effort to make it look this good. We were this clean, so you saw it was, and then all that down with the fiber towel and getting it ready because I don't want to transfer dirt over to this nice stuff. So moving on to you might be asking yourself, Tyler, this is really good. What else could you be doing in this? Because it's already perfect. Maybe has some streaking, which we'll address that with a dry towel.
And some icicles.
What else are you doing?
Yeah, well, this one's not quite. I think the next one is when the icicles started happening. With the chemical, not so bad. But the nice thing, it was like I was getting myself a 2-for-1. And because in doing these videos, I'm cleaning the Carbon Series mat dirty, and also cleaning it at the same time. So really, all I had to do, with the part chassis wash, just wiped it off. Took one of the microfiber towels, wiped off my Carbon Series mat, so it was clean, and so was the body. And then now I'm doing the same thing again with the Moose Lick silicone spray, where I'm getting the body all nice and shiny, getting it silicone coated, so it's not going to get. It's going to look awesome. And two, it's going to make cleaning the next time easier, just like Adam did for me. And also, I'm spraying down the Carbon Series mat. So you've probably heard us talk about this a ton of times. The Carbon Series mat loves Moose Lick silicone spray. It really makes all of the carbon features on the borders pop. and it protects it. So really what we recommend, and the Mousse Slick silicone spray is really a recommendation to be used on all of your RCs, you know, except for the electronics. So all the plastics, body, and you know, the hard surfaces before you even take it out in the field, the road, the track, whatever, because it's going to repel all that dirt. Same thing with your Carbon Series mat. Before you use your Carbon Series mat, spray it with the Mousse Slick silicone spray. That way it makes it look better, and it's going to give it a nice little protective texture or protective coating, just like it would on your body or your chassis.
Yeah, just spraying it onto the carbon mats, just the look of the carbon itself makes it pop. The silicone makes it pop. And at first I was like wiping it down. I don't even wipe it down anymore. I let it just like have that sheen, especially around the carbon. It looks awesome.
Oh yeah, you know, it makes a huge difference. So I think it's a very underrated and maybe an underutilized aerosol, you know, in the CowRC line. I think it's one of those things that can be used. I'll compare it to the cleaner Mousse Slick, or I'm sorry, Mousse Clean Cleaner Degreaser, where it's so many different applications. The Mousse Slick silicone spray, again, a ton of applications. And I mean, nothing makes me happier than all I have to do is spray in one direction. And I'm getting two things done at once. I'm getting my mat cleaned and protected. And I'm also doing the same thing with this awesome body. So the next episode, or the next video here, so we're done with the body. That has been taken care of. So now we've got the chassis to tackle. So that's what video number 6. Well, I'm sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. The tires. You can't forget about the tires. So here they are, the tires. So
wow. I tried caking those.
Yes, they came very nicely cleaned. You know, these things are so heavy, they don't, you know, a lot of the times you can pick up tires, you know, pick up the stack. These things are just too heavy, so it's not gonna happen today. But you know, came amazingly clean, had no problems. Tire brush works miracles on these as well. But yeah, if you want to play video 6, show you a little bit on the tires, and this is when you can see snow is flying. It's miserable, but we're getting stuff done here. Yeah, see if you can turn that up a little bit, Adam.
Tires here with CowRC and tire brush here.
How's that?
I'm also going to use the microfiber towel to
A little more.
So I get one of these out. So I'm going to spray a good amount.
These tires are massive too. Like
you know, to your
size, you know, base size of my hand.
To your,
you know, they're huge. And these cleaned up really nicely. And again, it's beginning. I'm kind of doing it with one hand, right? So I got a camera in one hand, a brush in my other hand. So, but you can still see all the dirt's coming off. Again, it's letting the chemical do its work, getting the brush to agitate it. But if I had two hands, it you know, game over. It would have been done super quick. But I did one like this, and it was, you know, it already kind of started working.
Flipping it over, get inside the open it doing is using too big for in there, but it's nice to be able to get kind of into the detail of this. So I'll go over these tires a couple.
Look at how clean that turned out, and that was one-handed trying to film at the same time.
Yeah, that was one-handed. So I didn't take that anywhere else and swap it out or anything like that. That was a one-handed clean job. I did the rest of them like you're supposed to, but it's you know, it works very well. It makes these things nice and sticky. Again, it's like I would say they're stickier than they were out of the bag. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, and the more you treat them, the better it gets too.
Yes, and what I like to do is I like to spray them after I'm done cleaning them, and just like spray them and put a coat on it, and just let it dry. Just let it air dry. Just kind of like your silicone spray. You know, you're supposed to let that cure. So you don't want to take, you know, you don't want to spray a body or a chassis with the Mousse Slick silicone spray and then take it out and rip it in the dirt, because it's going to be wet. Stuff is going to stick to wet, you know, chemical. But what you want to do is let it cure overnight. I think that's the thing with really all of the CowRC lubricants and silicones is you want to let them cure. That's where the magic happens. Is you're letting the chemical get into the tightest of tight crevices, get a good seal in there, get a good lubrication, a complete lubrication, and then you go out the next day. It's super simple. I wouldn't recommend, you don't want to spray any type of greases or oils and have them wet, and then anything that's rotating is just going to flip it off, right? And that's not doing. You're wasting chemical. It's spraying all over the place. But if you let it cure, it's not gonna come off like that. So, just a tip. Just be patient. Let it do its work. So next video here. Let's go to. Why don't you go to video 8? Adams, it should be the last video. And this is when, stuff's starting to get cold. It's you'll notice I'm going after the USB rechargeable sprayer again, and I've just sprayed down the chassis, and we're going to start brushing it down and getting it cleaned.
Clean part and chassis wash, a chance to kind of get into the nooks and crannies. It's sudsing up. Kind of see a lot of the dirt's fallen off already onto the table. That's just with me spraying it with the USB rechargeable sprayer. And now I'm going to use the detail brushes. I'm going to take the biggest things. Start getting in the corners.
And you'll notice, like, as this video,
I almost feel bad for you with how cold it is.
Yeah, you can see it. It's starting to freeze before your eyes. You'll see, like, towards the end of this video, I mean, there's literally just, it's like ice on here. So that's kind of why I started hurrying up. I'm like, okay, this big brush isn't going to fit in here, so I'm going to get the smaller brush and keep on moving.
That's why we got different sizes. So detail brush. And
that's awesome. Those detail brushes, they really do work well in different sizes for different areas. It is amazing how much easier a smaller brush is in certain places.
Getting everything loosened up. So look at that A-arm and the steering knuckle getting so much better. It actually looks like the smaller detail brush is actually working better. And you see all that junk that's coming off of it. So, I could do this for a little bit longer here, getting the shocks thoroughly. I have both hands available to do this. But I wanted to show you how it actually is working here.
Man, that is crazy how cold it must have been.
It was cold. It was probably about 20 degrees, I would say. So it was not fun. We'll say that, but it was necessary. It had to be done, and I didn't want to do it inside. It was too messy to do that inside. So hopefully that kind of gave you a nice perspective of some early steps in cleaning. So really kind of got us to where we are right now. So I haven't touched the vehicle since I did that. Let me turn the camera up here a little bit more here. There we go. So what I wanted to do is I want to kind of continue on with some of the inside stuff. So inside cleaning and inside RC maintenance, which this time of year is my favorite. So what I'm going to do here, we're going to start with a couple different products here. So we've got, there we go, cow snot, right? So you guys all remember this. It's like the kids slime, super pliable and very convenient to use. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to pull off, let's call it a booger. So pull off a little bit. And what I'm doing here is, and then, it should show up pretty decent. Yes. Okay. So see all this junk down the bottom of the battery tray. This is where it's like, you've got a tray where if you spray some chemicals in here, it's going to just trap it. You got to kind of dump it out, turn it upside down, and you're not going to really get rid of it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to roll this through the battery tray. I'm going to pick up some of this stuff here. So starting to get, you can already see, I'm kind of doing this blind because I'm looking at the camera as I'm doing this, but you're picking up all that junk and getting it out of here. So it's not getting stuck. All this loose stuff's kind of gone, right? And I don't know if I'm sure I'll be able to show you on the camera here, but it's sticking to the cow snot. So you can get in all these, and here's another one that we'll probably be able to show you. So over on these shock towers, I still got, you can kind of see I still have a film, right? So this could also be a good one for the hide wipes, but I can just roll this off here, get this dirt off of here, right? So it's like dirt never really comes completely off unless you give it a little bit of elbow grease, right? It's always got like a little bit of a film that sticks on. And you guys see it's pulled off. And it's just, the stuff's just roll it on. There's no magic to it. Just roll it on and it pulls all this junk off of it. Oh yeah, and this, you probably can see, yeah, you kind of start seeing it. Starting to get, I've seen some fans on the fans page were doing exactly what I'm doing. You can kind of see all that junk is in there. And it was actually like black because they'd used it so much. So, you know, definitely recommend using, and I mean, you can even see it's already starting to fall off on my Carbon Series mat. So just kind of a neat tool to use, very inexpensive. I think it's like $5.99 for a jar of cow snot. And it's going to last you a while. Obviously, it's once you use this, you know, I'm not going to put this back in with a jar. I'm going to throw this away. But you see how much is left. It was a full jar before I was done. So awesome tool to use. Highly recommend it for the cost of it. It's nice for a quick show and shine to use if you're going to a show at an event and you just want to kind of get some final detailing going on. So highly recommend this stuff. It's fun to use. It's way different than any other CowRC RC maintenance thing that we've got online right now. So check that out. Again, it's cow snot. Oh, $4.99 each. Excuse me. Thank you for the correction. Sorry, you saved $1. So I've got that done. So now I'm going to show you my all-time favorite RC maintenance product that CowRC has to offer. I'm going to get all this out of here because I'm going to go nuts here. So electronics, right? You can never get everything you want out of these electronics. I'm going to flip it over here real quick so the bottom on this side. Because you've got fans, you've got heat sinks, all that type of stuff. So my favorite CowRC product is the MooClean Cleaner and Degreaser. So electronic cleaner and degreaser has the ability to degrease lots and lots of stuff. So I use this, you know, obviously 100% electronic safe. So I'm going to spray all these electronics with a good amount of the MooClean electronic cleaner and degreaser, and it's not going to hurt the electronics at all. I use this also as prep for painting bodies, prep for putting stickers on, prep for putting servo tape on any of your plastics. And what this is a degreaser. You can also use it as a water evaporant. So if you're spraying water or you get water from a lake, pond, whatever, you can spray the cleaner degreaser on your electronics and anywhere else in your RC for that matter, and it's going to help evaporate that water. So we're going to give this a nice little shake here. And make sure I'm spraying the nozzle. Got this lined up here, and I'm just going to go like this. And the awesome thing, I mean, you see how much is coming on here, right? So I'm just going to town on this thing. It's all, look at that. And what it's doing is it's pulling all that dirt out of here. And I'm doing it on top of my Carbon Series mat because the Carbon Series mat, this is what it's made for, right? And that's, I mean, obviously I've sprayed a lot of chemical, but the reason I'm doing that is not to say that, hey, that's how much you need, but it's to show you how much, how safe the MooClean electronic cleaner and degreaser is for your electronics, because it is not going to hurt them at all, even with the amount that I put on here. So guaranteed the person who wins this have no trouble with any of the electronics. But the great thing is it's cleaning all those nooks and crannies, especially, you know, you get into these, I don't know why Traxxas does this, but probably for strength, but they have these honeycomb chassis. shapes, and it tracks dirt, and it's so hard to get out. So when you have something like this, you're spraying it on here, that helps get it out. It's one of those things that I find that it's so hard to get out, and it's stuck between plastics and chemicals, or hard to get into there that are electronic safe. But in this case, you've got an electronic safe option. So hopefully that helps you out, helps you kind of understand the full spectrum of some, nice products that you can do inside. And that's really what I wanted to show you guys is, hey, this is what's inside that we can use when it's cold, like where Adam and I live. Now, where Heath lives and it's 80 degrees, you don't have to worry about doing it inside so much, but, not all of us are that lucky. So
it's true that.
But yeah, hopefully that helps out. And so, again, Mooklin cleaner and degreaser, one of my favorites for all of those reasons I mentioned. The cow snot is super versatile, very inexpensive method of cleaning, especially on the go. You don't have to have any water. You don't have to worry about chemicals leaking in your bag. It's just slime is in a jar that you can pull off little bits and pieces. And then you throw away, whatever you don't use, throw it out and grab another little chunk of it later.
And like you said, you did use a lot of product there just to show off how safe it is on electronics.
Right.
And I think we've done that quite a bit. I use it on all my teak electronics. I know you use it on your electronics as well. Yes. I think you're Castle, right? So
yeah, I run for Castle.
Used it on multiple different electronics throughout the last 50 episodes, and we've never destroyed anything. And what you'll see is how fast it actually evaporates. The evaporant in this product is amazing, second to none, and one of the reasons why it is so electronic safe.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, and like Adam said, I mean, electronics are very expensive. Yeah, and we wouldn't try to encourage a purchase of a product that we didn't believe was authentically safe for electronics, and that's why we love it so much. And honestly, that to me makes me want to invest in better electronics, because I know I have the ability to clean them without having to worry about messing them up. So if anything, it's one of those things where you say, hey, I can go in water because I know I can fix it. Obviously we have the CowFormal to help waterproof some things, but there's, expensive electronics, even the waterproof ones, they don't like aerosols. But when you get to a cleaner and degreaser that's electronic safe, that makes it all worth the while for the extra expense, because you can take care of it.
Yeah, man, I can't believe we got through another hour. Like episode 50 is almost in the books. We have to give away something, and honestly, I'm thinking we will do the $50. And what about an electronics cleaner? Because I think that electronics cleaner is one of the best ones to see. And everybody else was putting in some other uses as well. Okay. So thank you guys. I was trying to put them up in the chat while you were doing your little demo there. But cleaning out diffs, awesome thing for that. I use it for cleaning off of all the molding residue left over when I go to mount my tires. Another good use there. Somebody else said that they were doing some other things for it. And honestly, the uses for the electronics cleaner is amazing. Getting the stickers and all that stuff. Cow snot's good for cleaning your remote. I love that. Yes, it's definitely one of those things that makes it really easy to do. And Johnny here saying that on his ESC for a whole new season with no issues. Oh, yeah, I'm telling you, the first time I did it, I was nervous because I'm thinking, he better be right, man, because these things are $350 a pop, and definitely a little nervous. But the proof's in the pudding, and he stands by his product with 100% money back guarantee. And, man, honestly, how many companies do that? And everybody knows that he has the best customer service in the business.
Well, yeah, Matt brings a good point. I mean, removing the decal residue. Yes, that's, I mean, stickers get kind of messed up. Maybe you switch sponsors. You don't like that sponsor anymore, whatever it is. You're a different theme. It comes right off. I mean, I use it. I mean, even like servo tape, right? I mean, that stuff, when it's stuck, it is stuck. And it's hard to get it off because you don't want you grab your ESC and you're trying to twist it, but then you're twisting the case and stuff. But what I do is I'll just take it, basically what I did with this, these are all held together with screws is the way Traxxas generally does it. But for like a custom build, you're taping all this stuff down. And when you don't want to just take and start, pulling it off, you take some of that cleaner and degreaser and you spray it in there and let it soak. And once that gives it a few minutes to kind of penetrate and starts eating away all that stickiness from the servo tape, you just start twisting, it comes right off. So this is kind of a tip. It's really it's almost like a Swiss Army knife of CowRC products.
Oh, it's one of those super cool things. So we want to give away our first prize of the night. We got 46 entries.
Nice.
And Nino is eligible for the win. I know a lot of people were voting against it, but he is eligible. What do we got here? Heath is 100% when it comes to taking care of his customers. Heath is definitely amazing when it comes to that. So 47 for 44. Man, good luck, everybody. I think that is it. I'm going to spin the wheel. Good luck, everyone. Oh, Adam Ross. All right, nothing to see here. Justin. All right, big winner. Episode 50. Justin messaged either myself or Tyler. And man, congratulations on the grand prize, 50 big smackers.
Congratulations.
Yeah, man, that's one for the ages. And then up next, we got the electronics cleaner. So we will draw again. Good luck, everybody. Tony Palmieri. There you go. New winner, I believe. I don't think he's won yet.
I don't think so, but Tony was the one that was very generous to donate one of his lanyards in last episode, which we gave that away. So
it comes.
Congratulations, Tony.
Circle. Yeah. And hey, I just wanted to bring something up really quick. I have been messing around with like a scale thing here, and been just monkeying around. But I've been having so much fun with this, and I can't wait to get a few more accessories. I actually want to get jack stands now. Now, I don't know if you guys can still hear me, but I tried to get all the CowRC goodies put in it, and it's funny because we got this side of the garage. I got my original CowRC banner. We got some other banners up here.
Wow.
And of course, I got the NASCAR, all sponsored by CowRC. I got all my CowRC logos and stuff like that. But these new minis are amazing, man. Like the little mat and the whole thing.
Jeez.
Yeah, we got our hide wipes and all that stuff. We got the udder butter. We got all the good stuff in there. But I'm definitely having a lot of fun trying to scale it out.
You're going down a dangerous road, my friend. It is your garage is too bare, and it's not going to stay long. I guarantee that, because a scale is an addictive hobby within the hobby.
It's definitely cool because I'm blown away by how cool it actually looks. And man, it's one of those things. I see that you can even get like mini jack stands. You can get like car lifts. So like, I think I'm gonna have a new NASCAR garage, like to scale. So yeah. And this new NASCAR class has just been amazing. So I know there's a few people that have some links, and they've been helping me out. And I will definitely have more to show on that coming up. But definitely love my scale CowRC accessories. So thank you for those. And definitely, if you want to get your own, there's two different ways. And if you check back our old school stuff, it will definitely be on there. But super cool to be able to show those off finally in my little mini shop.
No, it looks good.
Cool, man. Well, episode 50 in the books, getting ready to give away the max to one lucky viewer. And you're going to have to see us in 2 short weeks
That's right.
for episode 51. And basically, man, like we said, we're in the final stretch now for this max. Head on over to CowRC.com, get your tickets. It only takes one to win, and all proceeds go to Operation 11 Charlie. So great cause, and can't wait to give this bad boy away.
That's right. We're going to come back next episode. It's going to look a little different. Got some goodies we're going to put on here, and we're going to have a skin for a new body that maybe will show up next episode, but this is going to start taking shape. So it's been clean. I'll clamp a little bit more, but we're going to make this start looking a little bit more custom now.
Heck yeah, man. All right. Until next time, thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you in 2 short weeks. Bye for now.
Bye.